I'm wondering if it's the first time for Trump to take a cognitive test in the same way he suggested the same for President Joe Biden this past summer, to be quite honest with you. And I think that's where the opinion needs to go. I don't know if y'all noticed what has been going on. I've watched him at his press conferences. He's rambling as much as he accused Joe Biden of rambling. Now, I remember when they had the debate on June 27th, I thought one of the funniest lines against Joe Biden was talking, and Donald Trump said, I don't know what he just said. I don't think he knows what he just said. Those are the kind of things where Trump can sting you and he could get you. The problem was that when he went up against Kamala Harris a couple of months later, after both the Republican and the Democratic National Conventions, in Milwaukee and Chicago respectively, he got smoked. Kamala Harris took him to school because she baited him. She had questions to answer, whether it was about flip-flopping on fracking or her positions on crossing the borders. Excuse me. When she was addressed with those questions, she simply aimed it back towards Donald Trump. When he tried to sit up there and associate her with Joe Biden, she said, you ain't running against him, you're running against me. She talked about world leaders laughing at him, and it seemed to antagonize and irritate him. And he couldn't be cogent enough and lucid enough and on point enough to get his points across. Now, we saw all of that. Now, why do I bring all of that up? Because since that particular moment in time, the man has been doing some things, dare I say, a bit differently than we're accustomed to seeing him. Number one, he ain't debating anybody. Now, I understand why you didn't debate anybody during the primaries. A, because you were in court all the damn time, trying to fend off those indictments that were levied against you, unsuccessfully, I might add. But B, there was no need to go up against the Nikki Haley's, the Governor Chris Christie's, and the Ron DeSantis's, and the Vivek Ramaswamy's of the world, and others, because you were beating them because folks out there supporting the Republican Party have clearly made their choice that it's Donald Trump that they want. They made the choice in 2016, they made it in 2020, and now 8 years later, they're making it in 2024. Their positions are known. They've said what they had to say. But there's independent voters out there. There's swing states to capture out there. And this man doesn't want any part of a debate against Kamala Harris, who, by the way, was willing to go on Fox News to debate him if it called for it. And he still didn't want to do it. But that looked like somebody running from me. That looks like somebody just running. The same, scaredy cat that he was implying she might be, or that Joe Biden was, he appears to be at this particular moment in time. Now, after J.D. Vance went up against Tim Walz, and in some people's eyes, won the debate that night for the vice presidential nomination, or not vice presidency, won that debate, Kamala Harris immediately wanted to come out and debate Trump because in a lot of people's eyes, Walz didn't do the job he was supposed to do. But in the end, Trump has been avoiding her. He's been avoiding her. He's been all over the place. He looks tired. He is 78 years old, and I think that it's fair to be asking for a cognitive test.